Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Sioux Falls Fire Rescue is investigating the cause of a fire in the northeastern part of the city. Firefighters were called to the 4100 block of North Harley Place last night for reports of a fire. Crews arriving on scene found a mobile home engulfed in flames and a nearby home starting to catch fire.
That building was quickly put out. Everyone in both homes were able to make it outside safely. One firefighter suffered minor injuries, and crews also had issues with their water supply because a hose was damaged by a vehicle. A man wanted for parole violations and warrants out of Sioux Falls is behind bars in Watertown after a nearly 5-hour standoff with police. Around 6 Wednesday night, police made contact with Mohammed Abdi Kader in the O'Connell Lodge Hotel.
When they tried talking with him, officers say he went into his room and barricaded the door and did not surrender until 1 o'clock Thursday morning. Officers later found 2 guns along with the original warrants. He faces several new charges, including possession of a firearm by a former violent offender and assault against law enforcement. South Dakota lawmakers weighing impeachment charges against the state attorney general say they've been pressured to impeach him by a telemarketing campaign. House Speaker Spencer Goss says a telemarketing company has been calling state residents and transferring the calls to members of the committee.
He says the campaign is trying to influence a House committee sifting through the investigation into the September 2020 crash. Attorney General Jason Brownsburg struck and killed a man walking near a rural highway. Governor Kristi Noem says she didn't know anything about the telemarketing calls other than what Goss had told her.
Now let's send it over to meteorologist Scott Munn for a check in this morning's cold start to the day. Scott?
Yeah, cold start, but that will improve as we do go over the next several hours here. Temperatures will start to warm, and we are looking at numbers above average, above freezing in many locations as well. Our forecast for Sioux Falls today, we may start with a couple of clouds here and there. Otherwise, expect sunshine later this afternoon. Forecasting a high of 32 with a light southwest wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Aberdeen to northeastern South Dakota, mostly sunny to partly cloudy for today. A high temperature of 30, while into central KELOLAND. Let's go for the 40s. 42 our forecast high. West winds come in 10 to 20 miles per hour. And western South Dakota, high temperature at 50. Brian Karstens will have your weekend details coming up.
Thanks, Scott. The executive director of the Sioux Falls Sports Authority says they are monitoring what is going on in Pierre concerning a ban on transgender athletes competing in girls' sports. But Thomas Lee says they will stay behind the scenes at this time. Lee says the Sports Authority will continue recruiting and hosting elite national events that have an economic impact on the city and state.
Meanwhile, state lawmakers in Pierre say other states have passed similar legislation and haven't lost any major sporting events because of it. State Representative Kent Peterson of Salem says it just comes down to fairness.
What we had in the committee yesterday was talking about in a policy versus in statute, and this puts it into statute, and I think that's the big difference there.
Governor Noem says she's not worried about the NCAA pulling events out of the state. She says the NCAA has not left other states with similar transgender sports laws, and she expects South Dakota to be treated fairly. Meanwhile, Governor Noem's bill will have to be taken up again next week. On Thursday, the House rejected her bill in a procedural move to allow more time to consider it.
The bill says must only compete on teams based on their biological sex.
This issue on girls playing only in girls' sports is just a fairness issue. It's about Title IX and defending an opportunity to have a level playing field for our girls to compete.
Noem also filed a bill that guarantees medical or religious exemptions from COVID-19 vaccines for private employees. The bill also recognizes natural immunity. A natural immunity exemption may be claimed with proof of a positive antibody test within the past 6 months. Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. Well, after a cold start in the below zero category across portions of eastern KELOLAND, we are expecting a nice rise on those numbers today. Back in the low 30s in Sioux Falls by 2 o'clock, and even 40-degree weather very common central and west. Rapid City should even hit 50 today. We're forecasting tonight to be not as cold. Overall here, a push of a west-northwest wind. It'll pick up a little speed tomorrow, 15 to 25 miles per hour, but by and large, still a very mild day when you look at where we should be for this time of the year. And the numbers on Sunday may slide a little bit in Sisseton and also the Watertown area. You can notice that in the morning lows there, but overall, still way above normal. 50s are back for Rapid City, and I think Sioux Falls will share in on some 50-degree weather by Monday. Highs today, 38 in Mitchell, 42 in Winter. Let's jump to those 7-day forecasts. And another big front is moving in by Tuesday, in fact, Monday night into Tuesday, so that'll trim our temperature quite a bit. Could see a little snow next week. Still watching that bigger storm and the consolidation of the storm tracks to our south. We're not surprised at that. That's been kind of the going trend now for the last several days, but still a big change in the weather pattern across a big section of the country. So cold air is going to invade a lot of areas. We're used to it. We've had plenty of these, but we'll just get more of them here as we kick off the new month of February. In Aberdeen, down to 6 degrees, anticipated high by Wednesday. In the meantime, though, enjoy the weekend with those milder numbers, upper 40s, low 50s for Pierre, both Saturday and Sunday. Rapid City, well into the 50s on Sunday, even into Monday of next week. Check out our latest details with our Storm Center update right now at KELOLAND.com. And have a great Friday.